Okay, kiddo, once again, here, Daddy. And today is Thursday, the 20th of January 2022. Another good day. I know it sounds a little bit repetitive, but days are good. And why not to celebrate and why not to say it, right? Most of the times when you ask people, how are you? Okay. Or, yeah, good. But man, life is so great. Why couldn't we do everything in our power to be happy? And okay, so I'll tell you what happened. Last night, actually, we slept fine. So you didn't wake up, you didn't do any crazy thing, no weird feeling sensation of any kind. So we slept very well. Mommy and you woke up 8 in the morning. I woke up 8:15, which is great because we all got to sleep a lot and felt much better. And during the day, you slept 3 hours, which is really good because the last 3 nights were so bad. You were still tired today. You were a little bit sensitive. So we know when you are sensitive, when you're like crying for no real reason, we know that you just need to sleep more, and you did. And it's great because sometimes you're so excited, you're so full of life that sometimes when you sleep in the middle of the day, you really, mommy can tell that you're trying to wake up because you just want to play more. Isn't it beautiful? Life it's all about playing, you know? All the last many years that I was in the spiritual path, and I was getting myself not only out of physical pain, but emotional and spiritual pain as well, which I later learned and understood that every pain is the same. If you have emotional pain, you will have physical ailments, even disease, or at least pain. Same for spiritual pain, same for everything that is not processed and it gets accumulated in your memory like physical memory. Your body keeps memories, keeps emotions. Your mind keeps a lot of trauma, keeps a lot of things that your mind keep repeating over and over and over. And sometimes our soul, it just hurts because we don't process stuff. We don't process pain. We don't process trauma. So one thing that I learned, because I read many people, I went to ashrams, I went to all kind of different spiritual masters and books as well. The ancient books all talk about the same, life being a game, the game of the gods. But, we are made as those gods are God. So God is always playing. God is always playful. The whole creation, it's about being playful, creating, having fun. God hides himself on each one of us and tries to forget that he's God. So he has all these amazing experiences of all kind, every experience, because God, because the universe, because the soul, because the spiritually, we don't discriminate between this being or this being not good or bad. It's just simply experiences. And that's the joy of existence. That's the joy of life. That's the joy of everyday changing. So when I see you, it's just that. You just play, and within the play there are lessons and experiences and things that you understand and things that you discover. And I wish we all could remain kids, because there's no reason why we shouldn't play. We shouldn't see everything as a big game. We're going to die anyway, right? That's the only thing that we know for sure. We will not be here forever. So why do we take things so seriously? No reason. There is actually no reason. And the more we take serious everything, the more we suffer. The more we try to stray away or walk away or as far as possible from pain and discomfort and hardships, the worse it gets. While if we make friends, with hardships, obstacles, difficulties, pain, physical pain, all kind of pain, then we remain kids or toddlers or babies, and the joy of living is there at every step of the way. So, again, who cares? Another beautiful day, and I love it. Today was beautiful. I woke up a bit later, and every time I wake up, I meditate for almost 1 hour to make sure that I am centered, that I am in the now, I'm present. I don't stray myself, I don't start overthinking. I do this meditation that actually helps me to set myself free to be today who I am today, instead of carry from the day before, or week or year, or my whole life before, carry all that baggage or that rubbish into my day. One day you will you will grow, and you will realize that when you open your eyes, actually, your mind, when you start being an adult, right, like a boring freaking adult, you will start like wake up fresh, and suddenly it's like your mind and your body start gathering, like remembering who I am, not who I am deeply, like the real me, but if I had a pain yesterday or last week, or I was sick or something, you will try to actually remember and bring back those discomforts, those pains, those bad memories, the fears, everything, because that is what gives you your identity of who you think you are. And who you think you are is that who has a name, that who has a gender, that who has a nationality, a profession, and all these things. But who you truly are is that person, that soul that wakes up, opens the eyes, and for a second has no memory, has no sound, has no thought. That is who you really are. So try to keep it. So anyway, every morning I wake up and I make sure that I do that. Most of the times I achieve it. I think 9 out of 10 days I do it, and today was one of them. Then I open the door and it's just playing with you. Like playing, at least I try to make sure that we play a full hour with my attention 100,000,000% on you. As usual, we danced, and we danced the same song, I'm Sexy and I Know It. After that, what did we do? Again, I put something in a piece of paper this time. Something really cool happened. Mommy bought for you these crayons. It's like this. They're crayons that, instead of being like a pencil, which would be very difficult for someone your age today, to handle or even to hold, right? And it causes a lot of rigidity, a lot of tension, right? Instead, she found these ones so you can hold them with your whole hand and just draw. But she bought them like a year ago, so you really didn't get the point of drawing. You were just too young. And as I have said many times, I'm not in the business of forcing you or like doing stuff like until like repeat and kind of force you to do things to feel like my kid is achieving anything. Not at all. So what I did was like, we just left them there, and you thought they were balls. And since you love balls and cars, well, these were just like irregular balls for you. And you just do everything the same, but they just don't bounce, right? But you like them anyway. But today I saw that, I don't know, maybe you or by accident or something, there was someone had like draw something with one of these crayons on the floor. I was like, oh, maybe it was you. And I asked Mommy for the block. She bought this block of paper as well, so you could draw with the crayons, right? And she gave it to me, I showed you a couple of times how to draw a few lines, and boom, your brain is ready, and your hands are ready, and your body is ready, and your attention is ready. So I just want to show you your first piece of art. There you go. The colored parts. This one, of course, it's me. You can see because they are very bad. No, but this is all you except the face. So anyway, that's your first drawing, buddy. And super cute to see you, and just so you discover something new. You were also, when I was meditating, I overheard also you playing with the dog, right? The ding, 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 ding. So I was like, oh, like on the back of my mind. And it's like, my beautiful son. And well, so that was one thing, and it was really nice. Then, something that happened yesterday, and I just wanted to mention it because it's tiny, but again, it shows me how your brain, just the moment it's ready, it will do things. And there's no need to rush. There's no need to push. There's no need to anything. There's no need even to mention stuff. We were on the sofa, and I think I was like sitting, and you were sitting over me, looking at me, facing me. And suddenly I was smiling, and you just pointed at my dimple. And I was like, oh, just like, wow, like he noticed, you did notice that it's my dimple, and you were like, what is that thing you have on your cheek? So cute, lovely. And I just one more thing. I love seeing your brain developing, your attention developing. It's just such a beautiful thing. And that's the reason actually I do all these videos, right? Because one of the reasons, at least, is because I want you to know how you developed. Because, I don't know anything about my early childhood, even most of my childhood. My parents seems like they forgot, or they have amnesia, or simply just like time goes by, and if you don't do something, write it, record it in some way or another, it's gone forever, and it's okay. But I want you to have all this if you want, and if you don't, it's just fine. You just delete everything from the YouTube. And anyway, then when I was leaving, because today I told you I had work as a voiceover. Normally, for you to be okay, for you to let me go and don't be sad, don't cry or anything, mommy has to bring you all the way to the door. And then we had, we just say goodbye. I make you laugh. I make all kind of stupid things. I'm really good at that, clown stuff. And then I leave. Then I know you're okay. You're at peace, and I can live happily because I know you're happy. You let go. You're fine. It's kind of like an agreement. Everything we do, you and I, is agreed. Not once I have done anything without letting you know first. Of course, I'm not asking you permission, because like if I were asking for your permission, maybe you would still be wearing the same nappy that you wore a year ago. But I do let you know. It's like, if it's a change of nappy, I take the nappy and I told you, hey buddy, nappy time. And and then you just go around, you run, you're trying to tease me until I finally, I do something like, it's just cute, right? Because it's really easy for now to deceive you. So I start looking at my hand or something like, and you're so curious that you come close and I just grab you. But the grabbing, it's part of the game. Then I take you from the arms, like all together, and I hug you. I hold your head like this, and I slowly just like, and you love that, right? They put you all the way down. You laugh, and then you sometimes you start like kicking, but just for fun, not because you don't want to. And I tell you, nappy, buddy, and then you just bring up your legs. Let me do the change of nappy, and that's it. So everything I do, I never just take you like a doll, never. And that's something mommy used to do a lot. And I think that's the reason that you oppose her so much all the time. All the time. It's just like, You are trying to let her know that's like, hey, I have a wheel, and don't bend my wheel. It's obvious and everything. And this brings me to the next topic. Remember a few days ago, I told you that when you're in a bathtub, now you take whatever is that can contain even a little bit of water, even your toys, and you drink from the bathtub, which is not the most, not the best of ideas, but it's also not bad. It's not going to kill you. But mommy today gave you nothing. I mean, you went to the bathtub and there was nothing you could use to put water and drink. So what you did, you just took your hands and just took water there, right? Like put some water there. But you know what's a funny thing? You actually wait for mommy to see you and then you do it. You know it's something she doesn't want you to do. And instead of hide yourself, like do it when she's not looking, you actually are looking for her eyes. And when you guys make eye contact, you drink. So it's like, that's a spirit, man. I like it. Anyway, so that's another thing. And I forgot that in the morning I was, and I didn't bring it. And now it's a little bit, maybe it's late for me to go and get the dog. But you have a dog that I bought you when you were very young, like 6 months or 4 months, and like a teddy bear or a dog. And I make a lot of voices. It's one of those things that since I am very young, I used to copy all the voices of all the different cartoons I liked, like Birdman or, I don't know, long ago. So, and even in university, I spent so much time just making voices and making stupid things just to laugh, because I usually joke for myself, but if other people are around, well, so be it. So I was like, you're so delicious. So I just take the dog, right? And you're like feeding him all your tiny toys, everything that is small, you were feeding the dog. And I just take the face, the head of the dog, and I just have with this fingers, I just hide it and just drop it between my legs. So I'm like, oh, so delicious. And you're just so, you love it, right? So you go and you get every possible toy or every possible piece of toy to feed the dog. And well, of course, in a way, you know that it's me. But also, back to what I was telling you at the beginning, it's all a game. So you play the game. The beautiful thing is that you choose to believe that the dog is talking to you, even though you know that it's not the dog, but daddy. Isn't it beautiful? It's the innocence, but also the intelligence that to play a game with daddy, and so we can sustain the game and we can keep playing this game for a long time, you have to believe it. You just have to, go with the flow. And it's like, of course it's daddy, because you know it, because you see me, right? But at the same time, you surrender yourself to the game where the dog is, it's so delicious. Oh, give me more. I want more. Yum, yummy, yummy. And you're just like, your face is like, oh, my dog is eating all my toys. So bueno, that's it. And so nice. And when I left, I wasn't to tell you that. So I had to go to record voice and do other things, and so cute, because of course I'm standing, obviously, and you were standing, but I am 1 meter 80 centimeters, and you are 80 plus 85 centimeters or something like that. And you know what you did? Instead of waiting for mommy or daddy to carry you and bring you to me so you could kiss me, you stepped on your tiptoes, like trying to kiss me. First of all, I didn't ask you to kiss. So for you, out of your own volition, to want to give me a kiss, it's already great for me. But on top of that you actually don't recognize that you're 80, you're tiny, and you think that going on, on your tiptoes, you're actually going to reach me and give me a kiss. It's just like, so, oh my God, so cute. Oh, and Mommy was so desperate for a kiss because I told you you haven't kissed her for at least a couple of weeks, that she told me, hey, can you tell the kiddo to kiss me? And like, oh my God, poor mommy, you bastard. But of course, I know when to ask you for a kiss. You know, it's not any time. It's the time that you are in, like, you are not distracted. You don't want to go and do something else because it's, why do I have to impose you? Like, oh, you kiss me now. If what you want is just go and play ball or with your toys or your cars or your airplanes or something. So I know when. Mommy doesn't really wait for the right moment, right? So I asked her, but I knew she wasn't going to give you one. You had given me one 10 minutes before because you were in the right state of mind to do so. But anyway, when I was at the door and I was saying goodbye, you kissed me like 3 or 4 times and you kissed mommy. So all good. Good job, buddy. And that's it for, today. Later I came back, changed your nappy. I'm the one that is usually responsible for getting you on your nighttime nappy and then your pajamas and put mosquito repellent because sometimes there's a lot of mosquitoes and take you to bed. And now we are changing the dynamic. Before it was you and mommy fighting for hours until you finally surrender to sleep. Now we go there, you get super excited because daddy's with you, and then you're just rolling, jumping. You were just just swinging the arm and you were hitting my arm because of the way you were doing it, right? And just like 30-40 minutes allowing you to just let all this steam out. And then you went to sleep. Nice. Without any dramas, without any forcing, without any stress or anything of that sort. And that's it, buddy. That was for today, what we did. And now, as you know, I've said it many times in other videos. One of the reasons I'm doing these videos is also for you to know the world. How was the world when you were this age, right? 1 year, 8 months or so. And I have described what has been happening for the last couple of years, which is just madness. And today, actually, I went to record. I've been recording there for 10 years plus, 12, 14 years. Oh, so yeah, around that. And now they have these tests to make sure that the voice artists don't have the disease. And it's just weird because, even the creator, the person who made the test, said that this test is not to detect viruses. Plain and simple. He said it. And it is stated that this test is not authorized to detect infectious disease. Yet, everyone is using it all around the world to detect something. Actually, this test is made to detect DNA traces, not viruses. So they are using something that, of course, if you process it enough times, you will always get a positive. If you don't, they're called cycles. Actually, I don't know. I know the one from the laboratory. I don't know what they are testing with this new one that you can buy anywhere. But the point being is that, I heard people saying, oh, I heard someone had this disease and I went immediately and I got the test and I tested myself. And the person that was talking said, wait, but you need to wait at least 2 days to get to find out whether you have or not the disease. It's like, I know, but I was too anxious and I wanted to know. It's like, you wanted to know what? If you know this test doesn't work for at least 48 hours, why would you do it? He said, oh, because I just wanted to know. I want to feel safe. It's like, you see that part? I want to feel safe. It doesn't matter how many holes the story has. People today are so afraid that they will do the craziest, the most illogical things just to feel safe. And I wonder, I think so many things, and one of them is like, why? First of all, we have had diseases forever, and really deadly diseases. I mean, there has been diseases in the world that have erased like 10, 20, 30% of populations in entire continents. That would be scary. And you wouldn't need the media talking 24/7 and making sure that everyone is scared to death. And you wouldn't need police fining you for not using a mask that is good for almost nothing, right? And you wouldn't have the masks and the test going in just to the rubbish bin. People would be really scared. They would have a reason, because back in those times, back when they had those diseases, everyone died. I mean, every single household lost family members, unlike today. So then I remember I read a book that is not the writings of Meister Eckhart, who was a mystic of the 13th century in Europe, Germany actually. That one commentary book from his, and the guy that comments says, the only people that are afraid of dying, or the ones that want to kill themselves, are the ones who haven't learned how to live. And I think it's very true. If you are in love with life, if every day is perceived as a blessing that it is, if every day you drink the juices of being alive, of this beautiful world, what is the regret of living it? But if you spend years of your life watching TV, for example, or browsing the internet, or looking at social media, or even just distracted, just thinking about whatever crazy thing comes to your mind, of course there must be a moment when you're about to die, or you think you're in danger, that somehow you don't want to die, because deep down you know that you have wasted miserably your life. And I also know a lot of people that aren't afraid of this or anything, or dying. And these tend to be persons that do enjoy life, that they have accomplished a lot of things, that they have lived to the fullest extent possible. So that's it. Just learn from this. Also, very important, one thing that I was talking with the person that monitors my recordings, who is the person that checks that I don't make mistakes, that I don't change words, that I record everything, and so on, right? We were talking, and we were surprised of how today, I don't know how, but they have convinced us that we all have to think the same. We all have to believe the same. We all have to have exactly the same behaviors. But there's nothing worse to the human nature than that. We are all unique in nature. As I said, we are all expressions of God. And I'm very sure God doesn't want the expression to be just one, replicated in 7 billion people. There's a mosquito. Why on earth do we, or do people, want everyone else to think like them? Why are people today so afraid of people who think differently? I have many theories of why. And the most probably, the closest to the truth, maybe it's just the same. People hate uncertainty. People just want, and especially people who, again, don't do much to inform themselves. They want simple answers. Like babies. Babies, everyone has told me, oh, wait until your son grows up and he starts asking everything. What is this? What is that? What is that? Why? For me, I love it. I just can't wait for you to start that because it's going to be so much fun. Because I'm also going to take the piss out of you, like I do now. But people just want simple answers, whether they are correct or incorrect, whether they are false or true, whether they are, correct or not. People just want simple truth because they don't want to think. They just want to listen to something that they understand, that doesn't challenge their beliefs, that doesn't require them to go any farther, and that they can repeat. So they have an air, a flair of, I know. Very dangerous. There's been very dark, sad times in history, like many wars, many famines, many really, really terrible things, many tragedies, many genocides. And people don't realize this, buddy, because no one reads history. It's ridiculous. But the worst things, man-made things, have happened when societies, thanks to governments, end up believing that there's a group of people that are virtuous, that they are good, that they are above the others, that they are better than the others. And there's a group, and the other group, the one that doesn't agree with them. You know what happens next? The people majority who wants uniformity, who wants everyone to believe like they do, they support all kind of terrible crimes and genocides and killings and the most unjust of actions and acts in the name of being better than others. Now, this is the state of affairs, and I believe that one has to stand for his beliefs. This is a moral obligation, and happy to do it. Also, I'm very aware that don't allow these things to bother me. Don't allow things to make me bitter. Don't allow these things to make me a pessimist. Don't allow me don't allow myself to react in the same way that they are acting. Because they are acting in fear. They are acting in hatred. So if I act the same way, I'm being the same. So it's very important to have compassion for these people. It's very important to have love for these people and to understand that they're lost. They're a bit afraid. And that they suffer. That's why they actually put all so much anger and hate and discrimination against others that don't feel the same, because this is what they have. You only give what you have. If you have love, you give love. If you have courage, you give courage. But if you have a hatred, that's what you give. You hate. If you have fear, that's what you give. Fear. So I'm telling you this so you know better. So you don't ever see these persons, right, as anything other than people who need a lot of love and compassion and understanding. Yeah. And again, never allow external circumstances to dictate your happiness, your contentment, your satisfaction with life, your gratitude. That's a word. Anyway, buddy, so that's it. Today is, again, another wonderful day. Thanks to you, even better. And talk to you very, very soon. I love you with all my heart. I send you a big kiss. And I hope I'm right there watching at this video so I can kiss you and bother you and embarrass you and everything.